Hi, and welcome to episode 13 of A Poem a Day. Today we will be reading Ulalume, which is a ballad. This one's a bit of a longer one. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's see. A little fun fact about this. He mentions a couple of words, one of which is senescent, which means to grow old or, waning, disappearing. Then he also mentions liquescent, which is the becoming of liquid or melting. He also mentions Astartes. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is a Phoenician goddess of fertility and sensual love, so keep that in mind. Then if we go to the end notes, he mentions wire, not W-I-R-E, but W-E-I-R. So we're going to look up real quick what he means by that. So let's see. Okay, so he's referencing a French composer who mainly did operas, Robert Wire, from 1803 to 1889. He was an American painter of the Hudson River School, noted for romantic and inspirational landscapes. Ghouls here seem to be portrayed more kindly than usual. So the line is, it was hard by the dim lake of Auber, in the ghoul-haunted woodland of Wire. So that is kind of like what he means. So the opera part was for Daniel Francois Esprit Auber. That was the French composer for the operas. My mistake. Robert Wire was the painter. So now that we're straight, let's get into reading, all right? This is Ulalume, a ballad. The skies, they were ashen and sober. The leaves, they were crisp and sere. The leaves, they were withering and sere. It was night in the lonesome October of my most immemorial year. It was hard by the dim lake of Auber, in the misty mid-region of Wire. It was down by the dank tarn of Auber, in the ghoul-haunted woodland of Wire. There it is. There he mentions it. So, here, once, through an alley titanic of cypress, I roamed with my soul, of cypress with Psyche, my soul. These were days when my heart was volcanic, as the scoriae rivers that roll, as the lavas that restlessly roll. Their sulphurous currents down Yannick, which is a river, in the ultimate climes of the pole, that groan as they roll down Mount Yannick, in the realms of the boreal pole. Our talk had been serious and sober, but our thoughts, they were palaced and sere. Our memories were treacherous and sere, for we knew not the month was October, and we marked not the night of the year, the night of all nights in the year. We noted not the dim lake of Auber, though once we had journeyed down here. We remembered not the dank tarn of Auber, nor the ghoul-haunted woodland of Wire. And now, as the night was senescent, and star dials pointed of morn, as the star dials hinted of morn, at the end of our path a liquescent and nebulous lustre was born, out of which a miraculous crescent arose with a duplicate horn. Astartes, bediamonded crescent, distinct with its duplicate horn, and I said, she is warmer than Diane. She rolls through an ether of sighs. She revels in a region of sighs. She has seen that the tears are not dry on these cheeks where the worm never dies, and has come past the stars of the lion to point us the path to the skies, to the Lethan peace of the skies. Come up in despot of the lion, to shine on us with her bright eyes. Come up through the lair of the lion with love in her luminous eyes. But Psyche, uplifting her finger, said, sadly, this star I mistrust, her paler I strangely mistrust. Oh, hasten, oh, let us not linger. Oh, fly, let us fly, for we must. In terror she spoke, letting sink her wings till they trailed in the dust. In agony sobbed, letting sink her plumes till they trailed in the dust, till they sorrowfully trailed in the dust. I replied, this is nothing but dreaming. Let us on by this tremulous light. Let us bathe in this crystalline light. Its symbolic splendor is beaming with hope and in beauty tonight. See, it flickers up the sky through the night. Ah, we safely must trust to its gleaming, and be sure it will lead us all right. We safely may trust to a gleaming that cannot but guide us aright, since it flickers up to heaven through the night. Thus I pacified Psyche and kissed her and tempted her out of her gloom, and I conquered her scruples and gloom, and we passed to the end of the vista and were stopped by the door of a tomb, by the door of a legend tomb. And I said, what is written, sweet sister, on the door of this legend tomb? She replied, Ulalume, Ulalume, 'tis the vault of thy lost Ulalume. Then my heart it grew ashen and sober, as the leaves that were crisp and sere, as the leaves that were withering and sere, and I cried, it was surely October, on this very night of last year, that I journeyed down here, that I brought a dread burden down here, on this night of all nights in the year. Oh, what demon has tempted me here? Well, I know now, this dim lake of Auber, this misty mid-region of wire. Well, I know now, this dank tarn of Auber, in the ghoul-haunted woodland of wire. Said we, then the two, then the... Ah, can it have been that woodlandish ghouls? The pitiful, the merciful ghouls? To bar up our way and to ban it from the secret that lies in these wolds, from the thing that lies hidden in these wolds, had drawn up the spectre of a planet from the limbo of luminary souls, this sinfully scintillant planet, from the hell of planetary souls. Thank you.